Why do we exist? Theories that will change your mind. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why are we here? Is there a purpose to existence? Or is life just a cosmic accident? For thousands of years, philosophers, scientists, and religious thinkers have debated this question, offering explanations that range from the scientific to the spiritual, from the rational to the deeply mysterious. Some theories suggest that our existence is entirely random, while others propose that life has a deep, inherent meaning that we may never fully understand. Today, we'll explore some of the most fascinating theories that could completely change the way you think about existence. The simulation hypothesis, one of the most intriguing modern theories, is the idea that our entire reality is just a hyperrealistic simulation. This idea, popularized by philosopher Nick Bostrom, suggests that if technology continues to advance, it will eventually become possible for a civilization to create highly realistic simulated worlds, perhaps even with conscious beings inside them. If that's true, then it's statistically likely that we are already inside one of these simulations rather than in the original reality. This idea is supported by some strange observations in quantum physics. Experiments have shown that particles behave differently when they are observed, as if reality itself is reacting to our awareness. Could this be evidence that we are inside a programmed reality where things only render when needed? Some scientists, including Elon Musk, believe that the odds of us living in a base reality are extremely low. If our world is a simulation, then the question of why we exist may be answered by asking, who or what created this simulation, and for what purpose? The cosmic accident theory, perhaps the most widely accepted scientific explanation for our existence, is that we are the result of a long chain of natural events, starting with the Big Bang nearly 14 billion years ago. According to this view, our existence is purely the result of cosmic evolution. There was no guiding force, no grand design, just a sequence of random mutations, natural selection, and billions of years of environmental changes that led to the emergence of life and, eventually, human consciousness. From this perspective, existence has no inherent meaning. We are simply a product of physical laws. Much like stars, planets, and black holes, the universe doesn't care about our hopes, dreams, or struggles. It simply exists. If this theory is correct, then meaning isn't something that is given to us. It's something we must create for ourselves. The universe is conscious. But what if consciousness isn't just a byproduct of evolution? What if it's a fundamental part of the universe itself? This idea, known as panpsychism, suggests that all matter has some level of consciousness, even atoms, molecules, and galaxies. Some philosophers argue that the universe itself might be a vast, thinking entity, and that we are simply small, self-aware pieces of its larger mind. Quantum mechanics adds to this mystery. Some experiments suggest that reality does not take a definite form until it is observed. If consciousness plays such a central role in the fabric of reality, it raises an interesting question. What if we exist because the universe needs conscious beings to perceive it? In other words, the universe might not just be a random collection of matter and energy. It might be a self-aware system that created us as a way to observe and understand itself. Religious and spiritual explanations. Many of the world's religious and spiritual traditions propose that we exist because of a divine force that created us for a specific purpose. Christianity, Islam, and Judaism all suggest that human life is the result of an intentional act of creation by God, who designed the universe with a purpose and a moral order. In Hinduism and Buddhism, existence is often viewed as a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, driven by karma and leading toward enlightenment. One of the strongest arguments for this perspective is the human experience of meaning, love, and morality. Why do we feel an innate sense of purpose? Why do humans seek to understand the universe and strive for something greater than themselves? Some argue that the very fact that we ask why we exist suggests that there is an answer, even if we don't fully understand it. However, critics argue that religion is simply a human invention, an attempt to make sense of a chaotic and indifferent universe. They point out that different cultures have created vastly different religious explanations for existence, suggesting that our sense of purpose might be a psychological coping mechanism rather than an objective truth. The multiverse hypothesis, another fascinating theory, suggests that our universe is not the only one. Instead, we may be living in a vast multiverse, filled with an infinite number of parallel universes, each with its own version of reality. This idea is supported by some interpretations of quantum physics, which suggest that every possible outcome of an event actually happens in a different universe. If the multiverse exists, then the question of why this particular universe exists becomes less important. In an infinite multiverse, all possibilities are eventually realized, including universes where you were never born, universes where dinosaurs still roam the Earth, and universes where completely different laws of physics exist. If this is true, then our existence is neither random nor intentional. It's simply one of countless variations of reality playing out across an endless cosmic landscape. Could the answer be beyond human understanding? There is also the possibility that the question itself is beyond our ability to comprehend. Just as a dog cannot understand calculus, it's possible that the true nature of existence is something that human minds simply cannot grasp. Our perception of reality is limited by our biology, our senses, and our cognitive abilities. If the ultimate answer to why we exist is something far more complex than our brains can process, then we may never truly know the truth. This raises another interesting possibility. What if understanding our purpose is not the point of existence? What if the journey of searching for meaning is more important than the answer itself? Perhaps we exist not to find a single truth, but to explore, create, and experience the universe in all its complexity. Final thoughts. So why do we exist? Are we just a cosmic accident, the result of a conscious universe, or characters in a vast simulation? Are we here because of a divine plan, or do we simply assign meaning to a meaningless world? The truth may be unknowable, but the question itself is what makes human existence so fascinating. What do you think? Which of these theories makes the most sense to you? Or do you have your own explanation for why we exist? Let's discuss in the comments.